What's going on, everyone? XLaw804. I'm here to do another clip breakdown. As you can see, we're going to be in woods. I will say that I'm going to just give you some context as to what's happening leading up to this fight, and then I'll explain and dissect everything after I play the clip. But what I want to say is that my buddy is doing Swift 1. He only needs a couple more kills. Swift 1 is the quest where you get a level 50, where you kill PMCs on woods without having a helmet or body armor. So we hear gunshots around the attachment shack area, and we're kind of coming down from the USEC hill, or maybe even Sniper Rock. We were coming from that direction. And then you hear an airdrop come in, and then you'll see us roll up on the group, and I'm going to go ahead and play it so you guys can see what happens. Oh, players far right. You see where I'm at? He's about this big ass rock.
I'll try to get an angle.
Yep, that's him.
Hey, you?
That's him. Maybe I shouldn't have shot right there. He's got SR-25.
Where?
He's behind this big ass rock.
I just killed one right here.
Right there in front of you, big ass rock to your right. Yes, him. That's him. He's looking for me.
Done.
You said you got him?
Yeah.
Are you done with the quest?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
see,
dead.
that's the guy I was talking about behind the big ass. So
No, I killed him. There's three of them.
They see me?
Right through his fucking chest. Oh. Wow.
Okay, so now you have the clip. As you can see, it was a 2v3, and my buddy and myself was not aware that there was a third guy. So because it's woods, there's only so many call-outs you can give, not that every single rock has its own name. I wish I could have a compass or something, you know, like how Call of Duty has it, so I could give like a more accurate call-out. But essentially, I see the guy behind the tree next to this big-ass rock, right? However, off the screen, and just a heads up, me and my buddy do share screen so I can see what he's looking at, and I can tell when he's looking at me and when he's not looking at me. So I tell him, yes, shoot the guy. Now, off the screen to the right, this tree is like blocking it off, but there's a spot right here. There's another somewhat big rock that my buddy is looking at, and he sees a guy. So he just got lucky that my call out for this rock just happened to match his description of another rock, and he was able to see somebody, and he was able to kill him, and that worked out. So he shoots this guy. He kills him. That's great. What ends up happening is I have my eyes on this guy by the tree, but apparently there was another guy that was over here that I could not see that my buddy could see, and he ended up killing that guy as well. And at that point, he thought the fight was over. However, I saw this guy go behind a tree. So the error on my part was that, hey, like I still see a guy moving. I should have called it out because I think I was confused as to what he was seeing, because in the moment, I didn't realize that there was a group of three. I only saw the one guy. So when he killed someone, I was trying to wrap my head around the fact that he killed a guy that I called out that I didn't even see. So I was confused as to what was happening. And then he shoots a second time as this guy is running from the tree to the rock. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe he killed him. Maybe that was the actual call out, and it makes sense that there's two of them because there's usually more than one. So he ends up killing that guy that I can't even see again. And then finally he starts to loot and let his guard down, and the guy that I've been watching the entire time was actually still alive and actually killed him. And you know, it was just kind of crazy how that worked out, how I made two call outs, and or I guess I made one call out, and I questioned the kill because I saw the guy, but he ended up killing a second dude, again, near the big ass rock. So it's kind of hard to call out on woods. I just got to get better at the map, I guess. But, you know, you can understand the confusion there, I hope. But what I want to break down is what happens next, and that's my fight with the last guy. All right, so let's talk about the clip. So as you guys saw, the guy comes out of cover. I've never used this gun before, just a heads up. I mean, I missed my shot. I've used a DVO like once or twice, but like I really don't use bolt actions. But honestly, it's pretty simple at this range. Put the crosshair in the body and pull the trigger. Nonetheless, I missed the guy. And in this situation, if you're sniping, usually once you take a shot, you usually want to move to a different spot unless you still have eyes on the person. And of course, there's reasonable distance. But in this case, the distance was not reasonable. Therefore, I need to go ahead and get into cover, fall back so I can take another shot at this guy, right? But at this range, it's kind of hard to do that. And I think I threw that plan out the window, but I still should have fell back either way. But instead, I double down and I take one more shot at this guy, right? And he timed the jump really well. I mean, I don't know if he timed it. I'm pretty sure he just hit the jump to hit the jump. But either way, it worked out in his favor. I missed. And at this point, I'm in a very disadvantaged state. He is right in front of me with what looks like a SR-25, meaning he can put more shots on me than I can put on him. The only saving grace was that while I shot, that I stayed next to this tree. He immediately opens fire on me. I'm using the tree and I'm like kind of keeping the tree in between me and him. I know you can technically wall bang through it. It just doesn't happen that often, right? But as you can see, he's putting shots on me. I switch because I know that I can no longer use my sniper. That was a right choice. But honestly, I shouldn't even be standing right here. I should be further back trying to get an AXMC shot on him. But instead, I switched to my secondary. Shout out to Jesse, because I usually run MP7s and pistols, mostly pistols. But I saw him use the Keter the last couple of days ago, so I figured I'd give the Keter a try myself. So the strategy at this point is use the tree for cover, and as you can see, I'm bobbing and weaving, trying to get him to waste as many bullets as he can. That way, I'll be at an advantage when I go to take my shot at him. He won't have as many bullets to return fire, and he may even have to prone or run away to hit the reload. So as you can see, I step behind a tree again. He wastes more shots. At this point, I've been counting the shots, and I figure he's probably getting low on ammo, and now is the time to go ahead and strike. So I step out and I just track him, and I aim for the stomach and lower legs because I'm running a Keter, so I'm running like SP7 or SP8, and it's like it's flesh ammo, and I execute it and it works out fine. Now, I will say that I strafed off the tree a little bit, and when you get into a gunfight, technically speaking, if there's a reasonable amount of distance, you probably want to stay in cover and just lean out and shoot stationary. I feel like in this situation, the grass was a little high and I couldn't see his legs, so I needed to step forward from out behind a tree to see his legs. But I didn't keep strafing too far right. I only strafed a little bit, and I kind of kept up with his speed. And I was close enough to the tree that if I needed to hit the reload, I could easily step back behind the tree and continue baiting his shots. And it ended up working out. But this could have gone really south had he pushed forward or had like a fully automatic weapon. He could have handled it differently. But I reacted pretty quickly, and I felt like I pressured him into putting shots on the tree because he was panicking about me leaning out and smoking him. But in hindsight, if he had realized I had an AXMC, he knows that I have to rechamber between shots, and he had time to do a few things. But yeah, that's all I had. My feedback is in the future, if I'm using a sniper or if you're using a sniper and the enemy is this close, if you want to take your one shot and you think you can get the kill, go for it. But if you don't get that kill, you need to immediately fall back. Or two, don't take a second shot and switch to your secondary sooner and prepare to fight. And then, as you saw, use the cover that you have to your advantage. Don't be afraid to kind of step out to bait shots to get their magazine to go lower so that you can push in an advantageous state. So all in all, despite the big mistake I made of shooting at him twice very close, because I leveraged the tree to my advantage, I was able to then step out and just easily mow him down with the Keter. So that's all I really have for you. Hopefully you enjoyed the clip. Consider dropping a like for your boy, maybe even a sub, or a follow if you're on TikTok when you see this. But that's all I have for you. Have a good day or night, depending on where you are. Peace.